I got a heartbreaking email the other day from a person who was overwhelmingly jealous of their ex, who said, Adam, I cannot go on with my life knowing how terribly happy they are. They are posting all these happy pictures about their new partner all over their Instagram, and we've only been broken up for a little while. It was so heartbreaking seeing someone that stuck, and I get emails like this all the time. I get DMs like this on so many platforms. If you are struggling with this and you need help, I'm about to tell you what I have told so many other people going through that process. There is a way through this, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that so that you can be living your best life and get your revenge on your ex by living a wonderful life that you actually are proud of. That's really the best revenge. Now, as we talk about this, I am going to drop in some of the products that I've released to help people with this. You can check all of those out on my website, adamlanesmith.com. They should be linked down below in the show notes as well. Make sure you check those things out because they're designed to help you through this process. So if they tickle your fancy while you're hearing this, make sure you check them out. Also, make sure you use the comment section down below. It's not just for you to throw out random comments, it's for you to ask me questions. I do reply down there and I do read those. You are welcome to drop me a question in there and say, hey Adam, you mentioned this. I'm so lost. I am so confused. Even if right now your brain is spinning and you just pause this video, go down to the comments and say, Adam, here's what's happening. Boom, and lay it out. And if you need to do that privately because you don't want to air it in public, cool. Send me an email on support@adamlanesmith.com. I will reply there as well. I'll get you taken care of. Why the heck are we jealous of our ex? If you're jealous of your ex, why? What is it about them that is making you feel like you need either their approval, their connection, or to do better than they are? Or maybe you just feel lost and rejected like you weren't good enough. We're going to talk about that here, and I'm going to show you in the second half of this video what to do about it. But first, let's explore where it even comes from. So many people who are jealous of their ex, one of the big feelings is, why wasn't I good enough for you to keep me? Why wasn't I good enough? And what makes her good enough? Why is she in my place? Why is she standing where I should be standing? Why wasn't our love strong enough? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong that I can figure out. So what did you do wrong? And why am I the one suffering when you're the one who did this to us? This is a real feeling, and it's okay to have these feelings. If you feel bad having these feelings, it comes from a couple places. But a number one piece is if you're actively jealous of an ex who has moved on like that, or if you've been stuck on an ex for 6 months, a year, sometimes 2 years. I get emails from people at 2 years. If you're stuck on that person, it's probably because they overwhelmed you with amazing feelings at the beginning that would get you addicted to them, thinking that those amazing feelings were the actual relationship. In fact, that's the exception. They had to give you incredible feelings at the beginning. It's a process called love bombing. Attention, care, nurturing, good affection, physical affection, amazing sex, all kinds of things that you probably experienced with them that was to a level you had never experienced before. And it made you feel loved, valued, cared for, like $1,000,000, like you were better than anybody else and you had their full attention and they were never going to leave you. And if you're somebody who didn't have that growing up, you were probably overwhelmed by this incredible feeling that was what you had finally you've been looking for your whole life, and now you finally found it. If that's where you're at, and your ex jumped out of a relationship like that and is now with somebody else giving them exactly the same care, and they look so happy, understand that the problem is probably that you were love bombed. Also, you probably had a security gap where you didn't know how to make a good relationship happen. You just had to wait for good relationships to happen to you. So you had to find somebody who was going to make good relationships and good feelings happen to you. You were at their mercy, and the reason you're jealous now is because you're still at their mercy. You're waiting for them to come back and give you good feelings, but now you can't trust it, so you feel like your hope is gone. That's most people, not all, but most people who are jealous over an ex, that's where they're stuck. I am never going to feel that good again, and look at this schmuck out there giving those good feelings to someone else. Why would he do this to me? Didn't we matter? They're mimicking being in love with you so that you will reciprocate by being in genuine love with them, but they were mimicking the effects of that love way too early on, and then they start pulling back and being who they really are. The good wasn't who they really were, and then all of a sudden the rest of the relationship or leaving you or ghosting you was a fake. The good is not who they really were. The good was them managing you and giving you amazing feelings to overwhelm you on purpose. Maybe it was conscious, maybe it was unconscious, maybe it's just how they navigate the world. That's okay. It doesn't mean they're a horrible, evil person, but this is how they navigate their world. If that's what you've been doing, understand that's love bombing. I have another video on this channel that you can watch about that, but understand that this is a normal part of grieving and getting over it. We'll talk about the answer for that one here in a second. The second part, though, of being jealous of your ex is feeling like you failed. Do you feel like you failed and you don't know how the relationship went sideways? Are you stuck trying to figure out what went wrong? Maybe you're not hopeless and you know it can go right, but you have no idea how to make it right. Something went so wrong in this relationship. Maybe you were securely attached at the beginning and now you're not. They really damaged you through it. Maybe you know they were the problem, but you don't know why. And now you see them out there living their life and you're like, I was the one who was wronged. Why are you the one who's happy? Why am I stuck, not wanting you back, but alone? Why do I feel like I have to go live in the forest to stay away from people who are going to hurt me while you're out there having fun? There's a lot of angry, resentful people, exes, you maybe, who are out there hurt and don't know how to get better. The answer there is to work with somebody who can help you process that, by the way. You need help processing the what and the why, and then the exceptions and why this happens so you can prevent it way in advance next time. Not just walking blindly into another relationship that's like a chainsaw attack. You need to get into a relationship that feels right and that you have barriers, boundaries, and all kinds of detection processes set up. I teach this inside my coaching, so if you need help, you let me know. Sign up for a session. We can talk. Drop me a comment. We'll figure it out. I can teach you how to manage that. Now let's jump back though. If you don't know how to get great relationships, you're going to look at your ex posting all over Instagram with their wonderful new bikini girlfriend. They're riding jet skis, through a mountain lake, and she's got like diamond earrings on and like all these wonderful things. You're going to look at that and say, why wasn't I good enough? Why did you fake it? And how am I ever going to feel good again the way that I did? Why do you get to be happy and I never get to be happy again? What you need to do is learn how good relationships are built. They don't just happen. Good relationships are built piece by piece. You build them. If you never learned how to do that, that's probably called an attachment issue. That's something that I can help you with, by the way. If you can fix your attachment and say, this is how I build great relationships, that's where great relationships really start to happen. You can make them happen. Then you are not beholden to someone who comes in and flashes you with incredible feelings. And then you don't have to be jealous of somebody who is living a great life out there after wounding you by ducking out when they've promised you everything. You don't have to be jealous of them anymore because you can build a more amazing relationship that you know is not based on lies. Because here's the truth. Your ex who ran off and ghosted you and all of those horrible things, now they're on that jet ski, bikini, diamond princess, whatever. What they're doing is not really being happy. They jump from relationship to relationship with feelings, giving good feelings in the hopes that other people will give good feelings back when the feelings aren't great. Then they duck out when it gets serious and they run and find the next person that they can just try to get good feelings from by saturating them with amazing feelings. That's why that process happened. They do not understand the deeper levels of relationship and they're never going to reach those deeper levels like you are when you learn how to create amazing relationships that are based on love and trust. 4 key levels of trust and connection and real compatibility. This is your wake-up call to build a relationship that your ex could never understand. And that is going to give you deeper love and deeper fulfillment and deeper security for life than your ex ever could have given you. Because that big flash in the pan was just a flash in the pan. That wasn't the main course that you've been looking for. Let me tell you a really fast story about somebody who overcame this in my private community, my attachment circle. They came in and their ex was living an amazing, fun life with like 3 or 4 other people. The ex promised them endless love and care and nurturing, then said, hey, you know what? I'm not really happy. I really want an open relationship. And they were like, well, I don't want that, but I also don't want to lose you. But they were so saturated with warmth and nurturing and love. They were like, well, I guess if my choice is just that or losing you, I guess we can give it a try. Like 3 other people lined up to be this person's new friends. And the person was heartbroken. And they broke up with their ex. Then they couldn't stand it, so they got back with their ex. And they broke up with their ex, and they couldn't stand it, they got back with them. They kept relapsing back into it. They were so jealous. And that was the only place they ever felt kind of good, but they hated themselves. And the good feelings got lower and lower and lower until it was just wretched. This is kind of an extreme example, but they also fixed that. When they learned how to stop and say, wait a minute, this isn't what I want, and I can actually go get what I want and build a relationship because other people want what I want too. You're not the only person on earth who's ever going to accept me. I don't have to settle for this. I can settle for better. I can build better. I can make better. I have hope, right? This person worked inside our community through exclusive access with me, right? Private coaching sessions, and also other pieces that we worked on in the community with other human beings who said, yeah, I'm jealous of my ex too. Here's what I did to fix it. When you have a connected network of people to help you, it gets so much easier. Inside my network, inside my private attachment circle community, this person started growing. They finally found the strength to give the finger to their ex and leave permanently. Then they went out and found a good person that actually wanted the full monogamous commitment they were looking for. And they said, all right, let's build this brick by brick. Let's actually build a deeper connection. They started building it and building it and building it. And the relationship felt so great. They were able to relax into it. They were able to have conversations way in advance. If the problem was tiny, they could fix it when it was tiny. And they never reached that point again of, hey, I'm not really happy after 6 months of love bombing you and telling you that you're amazing and the love of my life and my soulmate and my twin flame and all those words that people love to use when they overwhelm you with those feelings. They were able to connect to them. So if this is you, there is hope. You just need to learn to build amazing relationships. Part of that answer might be joining my attachment circle community. If you need to work exclusively with me in group settings, in a group community, you need other people who've been there. Even if you just want to vent and just say, hey man, I am really awful right now and I'm so stressed out about my ex, and everyone else piles in and says, we get you, let it out, pour it out right here. You're not a burden, let us know. And you can just vent in the middle of the night when you're lonely. If you need that, cool, I got you. My attachment circle community, we can cover you. But you need to learn that you can build amazing relationships with people who want the same things that you want, that you're not alone, you're not a freak, that you're not demanding, that you actually deserve real love. You need to get these things. And if you're not getting them now, that's what the problem that needs to be fixed. We've got to get you through that so that you find that connection and you get the love that you've always been needing. That's going to protect you from that. And if you've been deeply wounded by somebody and you don't understand what happened and you feel like you need to go live alone in the forest, we've got group community members who have that too, who lived through that and have said, I felt like I need to be all alone until I learned the steps to actually build a relationship that's going to weed out the crazy people who are going to hurt me again. I can weed them out like that, get them out of my brain, and get connected to somebody I actually can trust. And then they build love with a lifelong partner who's actually going to care for them. Out of the forest, back into a wonderful home with someone who cares about you. You don't need 50 people you're compatible with. You need one person you're actually compatible with. You just got to learn how to filter for that person better. That's it. So if you've been jealous of your ex, if you've hated yourself for being jealous of your ex, that's okay. That's okay. And it's not just you. There's so many people out there who have this problem and feel this pain. If that's you, great. Leave me a comment below and say, Adam, I'm jealous of my ex. Like, here's why. I'm 1 or I'm 2. I'm either jealous because I don't know how to build a great relationship and I felt like that was my one shot, or I'm jealous because I've been wounded and now they're out having fun and I am feeling like I have to stay away from people. Which one is it? Or if it's a third one, if you're a special case of something else, let me know. Drop into the comments and let me know and I will get in touch with you and we can talk about this. While you're here, make sure you subscribe, like this video, make sure you jump on that subscription so that you can watch all the other videos I'm about to produce and send out. There's so much more information coming your way for teaching you this. You have so many things ahead of you. If you don't know either one of those things, I've got the resources to help you out. Make sure you drop a comment, let's get in touch, and let's start talking.